Greetings students, today we'll do some terms related to the periodic table. So the objective of today's topic is to get you acquainted with the important terms related to the periodic table. The first term you should know is electron. An electron is a negatively charged subatomic particle revolving around the nucleus, and its symbol is E negative or beta negative. Proton. A proton is a positively charged subatomic particle and its symbol is P or P positive. Neutron. A neutron is a neutral subatomic particle. It means that it doesn't have any charge and its symbol is N or N naught. Protons and neutrons, they together are called nucleons and they constitute the nucleus of an atom. Next term is electronic configuration. The distribution of electrons of an atom or molecule in atomic or molecular orbitals is called electronic configuration. So electronic configuration is basically the distribution of electrons in atomic or molecular orbitals. If we take the example of neon, whose atomic number is 10, its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. And what is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an atom of an element. Moving to valence electrons, the electrons in the outermost shell of an atom of an element are called valence electrons. Now, what are valence shells? The outermost shell of an atom in its uncombined state, which contains the electrons, is called valence shell. So, valence shell is the outermost shell of an atom of an element. Look at this picture carefully. This picture clearly depicts the valence shell. This outer shell is called valence shell, and the electrons present in this outermost shell are called valence electrons. Now in this picture you can clearly see that helium, it has 2 valence electrons, carbon has 4 valence electrons, and sodium has only 1 valence electron. Now moving to next term, its atomic number. The symbol of atomic number is Z. And what is atomic number? It is the number of protons found in the nucleus of an atom of an element. So basically atomic number is equal to the number of protons of that atom. And also in an uncharged atom, the atomic number is equal to the number of electrons. So atomic number is equal to the number of protons and number of electrons in an uncharged atom. Next term is mass number. It is denoted by capital A and it is the sum of the number of protons and neutrons. So now look at this picture carefully. This X, it is the atomic symbol, that is symbol of an atom of an element, and A here is the mass number and Z is the atomic number. This picture depicts the representation of helium in the periodic table. Here He is the symbol of the element helium, 2 is the atomic number, and 4.003 is the atomic mass, and it is calculated in AMU. Next term is malleability. Malleability is the ability of a substance to get flattened into thin sheets by hammering or rolling. So malleable materials, they can be flattened into metal leaf, and one example is gold leaf. These pictures, they show the ability of metal to get flattened, that is malleability of the metals. And gold is the most malleable metal. Next term is ductility. Ductility is the ability of a substance to get stretched into wire without breaking. Some examples are gold, silver, copper. Now students, you can see that this bell is ringing. What is this bell made up of? Is it made up of wood or is it made up of any plastic? No, this bell is made up of metal and it produces a ringing sound. So this quality or fact of being sonorous, that is capable of producing a deep or ringing sound, is called sonority. It is basically the property of metals. So for this reason, metals are used for making bells. Next term is conductors. Materials that conduct heat or electricity are known as conductors. Most metals like iron, copper, aluminium are conductors. Students, you must have observed the wires used in houses or any other buildings. They are made up of metals, basically copper or aluminium, and they are good conductors. That is why they are used as wires. Next term is insulators. Materials that do not conduct heat or electricity are known as insulators. For example, non-metals, rubber, wood are insulators. So that is why your parents, they always ask you to wear slippers whenever you are touching some electrical appliance or any switch. Now this picture, it shows 5 electrical conductors: silver, gold, copper, steel, seawater, and 5 electrical insulators: rubber, glass, oil, diamond, dry wood. This picture carefully. In the case of good conductors, for example copper, which is a metal, you can see that many electrons are flowing through it. So it is a good conductor. And here only few electrons are flowing. So this means it is a semiconductor. For example, silicon, which is a metalloid. And in the case of insulator, no electron is flowing. An example of insulator is non-metal, that is glass. What is a metal? A solid material which is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible and ductile with good electrical and thermal conductivity is called metal. For example, iron, gold, silver, aluminium and alloys such as steel. Second term is non-metal. The elements which are brittle, dull and cannot be beaten into sheets or drawn into wires and are poor conductors of heat and electricity are generally non-metals. For example, oxygen, sulfur, helium, selenium, bromine, nitrogen. Next term is metalloids. So metalloids are basically those elements which show the properties of both metals and non-metals. For example, boron, silicon, germanium, polonium, arsenic. Now next term is periods. So in a periodic table of elements, there are 7 horizontal rows of elements called periods, and there are 18 vertical columns called groups. So you can clearly see that these horizontal rows are periods and these vertical columns are groups. So what is a periodic table? A tabular display of the chemical elements which are arranged by atomic number, electronic configuration and reoccurring chemical properties, or you can say periodicity, is called periodic table. Periodic table of the chemical elements is a tabular display of 118 known chemical elements which are arranged in accordance to their increasing atomic number in horizontal rows called periods and vertical columns called groups. That is all for today. Understand and learn these terms.